Week 16, 10-4 Ravens coming to our last home game of the year. We're 8-6. Ravens are a damn good team, as always. They're not the best at passing the ball, but they're good at running the ball, stopping the run, defending the pass. So our goal is to stop the run and just create some offense. We came off of our best win probably 2 years. We scored over 51 points to their 17 versus the Packers at home. Um, I can't remember what it was, but I think there was kind of a fluke play at the end there that got us more points, but we did well. It came after a players meeting where Bryce Young led the team in the players meeting, and all of a sudden things started to click. I don't know why, but I was happy to see it. We can get another good game because right now we're tied for first place, but Tampa Bay currently has a tiebreaker against us. So if we were to lose again to them, that's the last game of the season. So I don't know, man. It's going to be a close call. Right now, we're just outside the playoffs. We need some good games against the Ravens, the Bears, and then the Buccaneers. Nobody atop the leaderboard anywhere. Let's take a look at their injury report. Ours is Wharton will be back next week. Um, Hopefully we can be around still playing when Mielen comes back. Ravens. Really only one guy. It's their starting left tackle. So that's good news for us that he's out. But let's see who they have as a backup. Oh, that's right. I was like, why the hell is he 87 now? Because he has a boost after the players meeting. That's what it was. Okay, so that must have boosted him up a lot. I did not do that. Shit, I tried it once and he didn't fucking play any better at the time anyway. All right, Lamar Jackson. We all know him. Derrick Henry. We know him. Uh, Hopefully we can send him off into retirement. How old is this guy? 10 years experience. Um, how big is that fullback? I'm just curious. Okay, not that big. Zay Flowers, Bateman, and that's pretty much it. At least on paper. Squirrel White. All right. Great tight end. Not a bad backup, if you ask me. Friday the 13th, playing left guard for them. Great center. Very good offensive line. It's going to be hard to get pressure. But if I had to see like where their weak spot is, it'd probably be Friday the 13th. Yep, at least on paper. All right, they're running a 3-4 defense. Not a bad front three. Great middle linebacker. Probably one of the best in the game, if not the best. Great. Oh man, great cornerbacks. Look at that. 94, 94. Dude, it's almost unfair. Malachi Starks, which apparently hasn't really improved that much. And of course, Kyle Hamilton. They're going to be very difficult, but we're going to need every bit of that players' meeting juice to help us out. As long as we play a game, we just, we do our best and we show what we can do. That's all I can ask for. I just don't want an utter embarrassment, especially after last week. Come on, last week showed us that we could play. All right, I think that's it. We'll get the game started. I don't think there's anything to talk about. I did extend a contract of a backup, player, just so we have him. He's a strong safety we just signed, Hicks. He's currently our big nickel guy. So we did get Merrick back at free safety, so he's back from injury. So that, like I said, man, we're gonna probably need all the help we can get. Hopefully these guys are fired up. We're gonna go. Oh man, what did I do here? What do I gotta do? What do I gotta do? Okay, probably. Oh, that's because wasn't wasn't he out last week? All right, I need to check the depth chart, make sure I didn't screw anything up. You know what? I wonder if. Huh. Yeah, let's try him out. Let's try him out there. He'll be the first backup at each edge, and then back up there, and then he'll play in the big nickel when they have a rush end. Okay. Yeah, okay, there we go. What is it? I thought I put him. Yeah, I thought I moved him back there so that. Because Wallace gets a lot of blitz calls. I want to see Anderson get some. He's just got the quicker acceleration. I don't know. I thought I already changed that though. Huh. All right. Let's save it real quick. And then we'll get started. Last home game. Need some wins here. Getting a top seed is probably out of the question, but I at least want to win a division outright, not just by a tiebreaker or. I mean, I'll take a tiebreaker as long as we win the game and beat them. But I don't want to lose to the Bucks and then somehow win the division. That's just not cool.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're going to see Jatavian Sanders. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Panthers and the Ravens. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they enter play here. They come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9 games.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you're not going to lose very many games, maybe not any games.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll run here with a rookie. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Young will set to throw. This is caught by McMillan. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. The numbers for him from a week ago: 12 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt, they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
They run once more with Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll try to throw now. Young. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Batting that one away in coverage, that was Kyle Hamilton. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. You look at this Baltimore defense. And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. 3rd down, Young from the gun. Flush to his right. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Now here's Young. Toward the pylon, caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Young working out of the gun.
Good drive. Good execution. Good to start that way.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Now Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's Jackson. And Walker has it. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion right here. Again, Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Second down in the yard. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Jackson will throw again. A short throw caught by Andrews. And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as he takes it down to the 20-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. 2nd and 5. He finds his man, complete. It's Walker. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Ran the ball yet.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Well,
they tried.
They
tried.
And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh will send on the field goal unit. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
guy, what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll bring a tight end in motion right. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Again, it's Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Young.
Oh, my goodness.
Working
Good
the
play.
middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This might be good play action time.
It's Young off play action.
But you got to get rid of the
He'll
ball,
buy some
Bryce.
time right. And
Damn.
a big loss here as he's taken down. Adafe Owe. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Like the footwork back there, I thought you did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. To throw, Young. He sets to fire
Someone catch it,
deep.
please. Oh, my goodness. Look at that.
This is taken in at
Nice.
and he'll take this into the
Wow.
end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
That made up for
A
the
big
sack.
play there. 54 yards.
I never
And the
feel like we're
Panthers
ever
are
going to
able
do well on
widen
those
their
deep passes.
advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. And not willing to risk a return, this ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And his numbers this year have been eye-popping in a lot of categories. In one area that stands out, he's the NFL leader in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback here in the latter part of the season. Jackson now. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Flowers. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Here's Jackson to throw.
Oh,
He
come
finds
on.
Bateman over the middle.
What the fuck is a Bateman catching
First
that
down as
shit?
the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36.
Oh, crap. I'm sensing a QB scramble here.
To throw again is Jackson. He completes it to Henry. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as he'll take this down to the 26. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Throwing is Jackson.
He'll get this to Flowers, left side.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
He finds his man, complete. That's Walker. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Baltimore.
Jackson going to keep it running right.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll leave him with a
Guys,
3rd
stop
and
him
2.
again.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Jackson's going to keep it.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw a defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And his kick is right there. It's good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
There you go.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
2nd down and 3.
Young will set to throw. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
Yes. Yes.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Following the interception, Young. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Young to throw it. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to shake him off. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Ravens will get it.
Oh,
First
man,
and
that's
10
a
from
huge
deep
missed
in their
opportunity.
own territory. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball.
Okay, he got
and
fucked
it
up.
falls incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And Walker with it over the middle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
They go play action with Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They go play action now. Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
First time they've looked his way in this game, he comes through picking up the first.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And Jackson throwing once more. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. The tight end in motion right. Running from the gun with Henry. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40.
The defense has been on the field a long time now, and after a run like that, they've got to feel like they're almost on roller skates and getting pushed backwards on just about every snap.
Now it's Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Don't get sacked, Bryce.
Now Young. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now here's Young. That one complete to Ligon. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard
Nice
line.
catch.
John Harbaugh never shy about bringing out the red challenge flag, and he'll do so here. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. 2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte. Looking to throw, Young. He'll find McMillan here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Young. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. A play fake. Now Young. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now Young. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson. They work now on 2nd and 9. A give, running right, it's Hubbard. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
I just want a field goal attempt.
Here is Young.
Just give me a field goal attempt. Okay, I'll
Delivering
take
a
it.
pass here to Evans on the out
we'll
route.
see.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the
Just
first
try
by
it.
a few yards.
Just try it.
And that's good for a gain of 6.
God damn
and
it.
that's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's just a 51-yarder, man. Maybe now you'll do
One
it.
quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte.
Come on,
It's
field
the
goal.
Panthers out in front and in
Damn.
control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. They'll run for it.
Hit
It's
it.
Hubbard.
Oh, you fuck.
And he won't get there.
You
They
fucking
stop
had
a
it,
few
man.
yards short of the line to gain. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They
God,
go
he
for
just,
it on 4th down, but come
how
up
often
empty.
has he actually,
But I
like,
actually like the call. And
impressed
the reason?
at
It shows me
anything?
a head coach has faith
I'm
in his
trading
team
his
overall.
fucking ass,
First on the
man.
offensive side, thinking they can
What a
pick it
fucking
up.
disappointment.
But also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry.
Never fucking breaks tackles
And he'll
unless
get up
it's
near
about
the
to lose
45.
yards.
They'll spot it at the 44.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. Off the option, here's Henry. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable
Oh,
unit,
you're
but
in
you're
trouble
right. It
now,
might go to them
motherfucker.
in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
They're going
One
for it.
score down. Here we go.
The
They're
chance.
going to
This
go
is a
for
chance.
it here on 4th down.
Oh, damn it.
Option. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way
Almost
down
had it.
now to the 32. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Little read option, the end result, the first down, so a good read.
And the way teams are running it nowadays, they've added variety to it. You know, the original way was you read the defensive end. If he crashes down, you pull it and you go. Now they may not even block that person, may end up reading the linebacker, may read the cornerback. Just depends on how they want to block it up. In any case, this worked well for them.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. 2 yards to go, second down. Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking
Come on,
to
big
yourself,
guys.
why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball.
Oh, come on.
So they'll keep handing it to him.
Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
They'll
Come on,
bring the
Snyder.
tight end in motion
Number
right.
6, go. Get him. Do your
And now
thing.
Jackson will look to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Here's Jackson to throw.
Yes.
Oh, he tries to force it
Awesome.
in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception.
Man,
but
defensive
meanwhile
lineman.
here, we do have an injury on the play. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it makes it third down and 2 yards to go.
Oh, shit. Chuba's in.
On play action, Young.
Nice.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be corralled well upfield.
Okay, I'm gonna take Chuba out of power
They go
run.
flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off.
Just in case, man. I just don't trust the guy. Alright, who's got 86 trucking, 85? Let's just go with Brooks. I don't know if that'll be good enough, but can't be much worse.
Really good about that last completion.
So who do we want? A different running back that can truck?
Young
I
to
don't
throw
know,
it.
Cam Scatabo? Fucking superstar tight end that can truck. I mean, Sanders is good. We don't go to our second tight end very often. But I wouldn't, I mean, as many catches as they get,
Because it looks like he's trying to ice
have
this
like an
one
impact
away.
player
Yeah, I
there.
know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanket his receivers. That's a backbreaker for the
Ooh, look at
defense.
that
They
shit.
finish this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
Yeah, boy, now you see him, now you don't. Excellent move, nice run, winds up getting about 6. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Just don't pass it, dumbasses.
To throw,
And
Young.
there you go, pass it. Okay, he'll take the run, slide.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Don't pass it. All right, I need to remember to go in there. Ooh, damn.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
I need to go to
So it
playbook
looks like
again.
They stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were
Fine-tune
headed for
some
the red
shit.
zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
I just get
They'll
scared of
run
doing
the
that.
toss here with Taylor. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage.
Just run the ball.
The Panthers on third
That's all you got to do is run
They've
the
had
ball
plenty of success.
and go for
8
the field goal.
conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and 10. In motion goes the tight end.
And here you are passing the fucking ball again.
They'll set up. Oh, no.
Oh,
they lost the
fuck.
football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard
Come on, Madden, God.
line.
Come on.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely.
Is that his first
Nursing
fumble
that
of his-
slim lead here in the
career?
4th, a costly turnover. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And at this stage, in the 4th, they need to work this into the end zone. A field goal doesn't do much. We'll see if they can cash in following the fumble recovery.
Ooh.
Oh, he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. To throw is Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Off the option, here's Henry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now Jackson. That is caught. Bateman.
Pressure.
Short game last 2 plays.
We need to
Who
get
you think's
pressure with the
excited
front
about that?
4.
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Now
Can't be
2nd
blitzing
and
for
4.
pressure.
Throwing.
They'll pick
Jackson.
us apart. Oh my goodness,
His
that was
throw
close.
incomplete.
As
Look
a
at that
defensive
kid,
back, you
man.
have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 45-yard line. Now Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Jackson. He dumps it off for Henry.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
Crunch time.
Jackson to throw. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down. Jackson fires quickly to White. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 23. Here's Jackson.
Get to him. There you go. Yes. Timeout. Call the timeout. Out of timeouts, baby.
Down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
What do you got, like 2, maybe 3 plays?
Here's Jackson.
Oh, man.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Throwing now is Jackson.
Come on. Oh, my goodness. Look at that.
That'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the
Dude,
clock.
I thought he was going to rip it. I stopped looking there.
Have to be a heat for the end zone and just hope for a miracle.
And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I've got
Come on, man. Maybe two. No, last play, 4th and 20.
Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield.
This to possibly force OT.
Nice.
And that is going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, we needed
They
that.
got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over.
Kind of a strange ballgame, Charles. We did not have a single point by either team after half. Really a defensive clinic by both sides in half number 2.
Wasn't that just beautiful to watch? Come on, man. Come over to the dark side with me. Wasn't that fun to see these defenses holding sway, right? Making sure they're controlling the game in the second half. It lets you know that you've got to score points when you can. You never know when offenses might go a little bit dry, and you need those points from earlier.
Damn.
So for Carolina, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.
I would have liked to.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I would have liked to have been more successful on offense, but you know, they're a good defense though. So 69% completion percentage, not bad. Man, they only I guess 9 runs, 4.1 average. I mean, yeah, they threw it way more than I thought they were going to. Look at Icky go, baby. Nice. Oh, dude, he's not. I think he's doing better than Icky, though. And I'm liking Icky's development because he's young still. Alright. I won't bother with highlights. I can't really. Yeah. One new injury. Benton. How long is he out for? Wait, who was it? Chuba Hubbard. Huh. It's kind of convenient. Alright, we get Wharton back. Oh, Benton didn't get any time off, so that's good. Okay. Man, this is kind of just competitive football I wanted to see all year. It took the bye week to change things up in a players meeting. All right. So we're hoping the Steelers lose and the Bucks lose. Wait, what are the Steelers are 4-10. Holy shit. What is that? Okay, so right now we would hold what? Tied for the second pick, possibly fourth pick. They don't need a quarterback. They do, or maybe, I don't know. Jets do not. They just took one. Cardinals would. I don't know about Cowboys and Seahawks. I know the Saints would. I don't know about the Dolphins. Definitely not the Titans. Jaguars would. Packers wouldn't. Broncos wouldn't. Okay, so I mean, dude, we're gonna get a quarterback. We're gonna be primed, I think, to get someone. But let's see how. I'd like to get our pick of the litter. So Bucks lost. That's good for us. But 2 games left. If they win both, and we don't, they win. So let me think here. Okay. So if we win this week against the Bears, which I think that players meeting juice lasted for 3 games, I think it said. So it would have been Packers, Ravens, Bears. So hopefully we can, yeah, win. We could also knock them down on the playoff seed too, because right now we're third. And where are they? They're sixth. Okay, they're first at run defense and good at passing. So we need to stop the pass and pass the ball. Yeah, stop their pass and we need to pass. Um. All right. So who are the Bucks playing? The Falcons. Oh man. So they probably have a. They might have a win there. So yeah. So basically, if we lose and they win, we're tied. They have the tiebreaker. We have to beat them in the last game. Okay. If we win and they lose, then I think that clinches the division. Yeah, we'd be 10-6. They would be 8-8, and they can't even. Okay, doesn't matter what happens in the last game. If we lose, let's see. If they both win, 10-6, 9-7, we would still have to. We would have to win out. So if they win, we have to beat against the Bears and the Bucks to get the division. Oh man, I wish we. I just see we put our. They put us. We didn't execute, man. There was the Browns game. We should have won that one. All right. Oh man, this is tough. Look at the Giants, bro. The fucking 1 seed, man. Who's leading the league right now and stuff? All right. So you have Joe Burrow, Cam Ward, a rookie, Jackson Dart, another rookie. Holy crap! Where the fuck is the #1 overall pick, Drew Allar? Down here, man. He's not having as good of a year, but shit, I would have fucking taken him. Going up against the Ben Johnson Bears. All right. So we gotta win. We have to win. Shoot, what happens? So if we lose, uh-oh. Okay. So if we lose and they win, we're tied 9-7. We have to beat them. So the only way we clinch this. So yeah, if they win, it doesn't matter what happens to us this game. If they lose and we lose, we have to beat them. If they lose, we win, we're in. And see, like, and yeah, dude, it's so bunched up. So bunched up. So 2 games left. Yeah, dude, like the only people who've clinched anything are the Giants. Okay, so basically, yeah, Packers, Seahawks, Cowboys, Cardinals, Saints, Falcons, Commanders are out. So, oh, are they? I guess just by record, not necessarily by division. Yeah, because Packers could still, I don't know the tiebreaker, but yeah, they could win out, and you have the Lions and the Bears there. Dude, that entire division's in. I kind of do like all the competition though. That's kind of cool. I'm just not very happy that we might not even make the playoffs right now. So let's say if we lost both, we'd be 9-7. 1, 2. No, I'm sorry, 9-8. Yeah, 9-8. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there'd be 2 spots left to whoever can get to 9-7 or 10 or maybe 10 wins. Shoot, this game's big, man. But if I wonder if that's what we should do. If I don't know, man, let's just fucking win. All right, that'll do it for this one. Until we